Hi, just open your plan in Chief Architect Premier X7, and I'll set it for Home Designer Products. Now we'll take a look. I haven't even looked at your plan yet. We'll do a full overview. Okay. All right. Now, in terms of the roof, the second question, that's really easy. You just click on, well, okay, you can't do this in, let me do it the way you would do it in architectural. You would go up here to the build menu. No, not build, I'm sorry. Roof tools. We'll open the build roof dialog. And there's a materials tab for the roof right there. And it's set to the shingle stuff. So this works the same way in architectural as it does in Premiere 7. I'm just going to click on library materials. We'll go to roofing, metal, and I'm just going to arbitrarily choose standing seam, and there, I'm going to use that. Now we'll go back to the, okay, I'm not interested in that. I'm going to go back and to the, yeah. Now it did the roofs, but I didn't change the material for the ridge. So I'm just going to use the eyedropper and handle the ridge material. I just clicked on the roof and then move around and then click on the ridges. So that was pretty simple and straightforward. See, had I gone over here to build roof dialog and materials and set this the ridge cap, see, it's still set to the old material. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. It's already fixed in the model, but I'm just being thorough. And I think it's S for standing seam. There it is. So if I was to alter the roof, then the defaults are changed and the material would stay the same. Now, the other part, let's see if I understand. I want to raise it on 16. Oh, okay. That's really simple also. Of course, everything's simple once you know how. The first thing I'm going to do is go over to the terrain menu and create a terrain perimeter. And that just gives uh, you a space to create the piers with. Now I'm going to do a cross-section camera here and set the terrain. You said you wanted 30 inches or 30 centimeters here. So I'm going to click on the terrain plane and go to the general tab. And you can see that the let's see, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the building pad. Okay, I'm going to uncheck this because we're going to be revealing the underneath the house, so I'm going to uncheck that. I'm looking for the building. Oh, there's the building pad. See, it's set to 268 millimeters. Well, I'm an American, so I don't know anything about centimeters and so forth. But so the thing you need to do is uncheck the automatic. And let's say I'm going to draw a two-dimensional CAD line right here at the bottom of the house. And I'm going to move that using transform replicate. I'm going to move that line down 30. I need to put in minus 30 cm. Okay, so I need to move the terrain plane about 30 centimeters down. So I'm going to click on this and we'll add 30, that's in millimeters. Let me change the number style from millimeters to, see if I can change it to centimeters. It doesn't look like I can. So I don't know what, let's see, 30 centimeters is 300 millimeters, I guess. So I want to go, I'm guessing, I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, then we'll find out. I'm going to add 30 centimeters, 3,000 millimeters, or 300 millimeters. Oh, that worked. Okay. So now we have a separation here of 30 centimeters between the terrain plane and the house model. And I'm not going to save that elevation. Now, I think the easiest way to do this would be to create a basement level. See, we're on level 1. I'm going to go to the build menu, floor, build foundation, and I don't want really a foundation. I just want a space where I can create a foundation. So we'll click OK, and I want to make a new blank plan for the foundation. In other words, I don't want it to automatically generate a bunch of stuff I have to edit. Now we're on level 0. We'll turn on the reference display so I can see the, and now you just lay out your piers. So we'll set up the first one. Let's see, let's go to build. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to have to hunt and peck around. What am I looking for? We'll use primitives. Yeah, and a cylinder. And we'll just left click and drag. There's a cylinder. I'd have to know the diameter that I want, so I'm going to open the dialog box and set the radius. Let's say that that's fine. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the camera, elevation camera. See, it's a little bit low, and you'd have to know how much penetration into the ground you want and that sort of thing. But I'm just going to, for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to manually fix it up like that. Okay, that's just a primitive, and it represents a pier. Okay, and there, yeah, now you can see it on the foundation level. And now we can, let's see, is there a multiple? Yeah, we got multiple copy. Well, I don't know if multiple copy exists in, let's use transform replicate, because I think transform replicate exists as a tool in architectural. And we'll make copies of this thing, the selected object. We'll make 6 copies, and we'll move them to the right. 300. Let's try that and see what happens. Now I'm going to hit Control Z. That wasn't enough. I told you I don't know anything about metric. Okay, let's try 300 cm, and we'll make 6 copies. Probably too many, but okay, that's a little bit better. The extra copies over here, I'm just going to marquee select them and delete them. Now these, I'm going to shift select those 4 one at a time, and we'll transfer replicate those 6 times, and we'll move each copy minus 300, change the unit value to cm. Okay, that was kind of overkill as well. Okay, so all these down here, I'm going to just marquee select those. And there's a pattern. Now you can then move these around, and they'll show in an overview and that sort of thing. See? So I think that's how you would do that, if I understood your question correctly. Now in architectural, you can't change the thickness here, but you don't have to slavishly follow what the model has in it. You know, if you want to specify whatever thickness you want, then you can specify that. And the guys building this will use what you say, not necessarily what's in the model. This is a placeholder to communicate your wishes to building professionals. And if you can, see if you can engage a structural engineer to make sure that these pads are laid out properly, that they're the right size and the right depth and so forth for the geology where you're going to be building the house. Okay? Well, thanks for watching. I hope this has helped you some.